So here we are having a look at 70 years worth of sludge in the bottom of a 1934 Morris 10. Oh my god! About half an inch. Bloody hell. You're lucky there doesn't seem to be any damage anywhere. So get that cleaned out. That's what half a gallon of petrol and a bit of scrubbing does. Completely clean. And then the little copper gasket that stops the crap going into the sump. Give that a clean as well. So we won't pump all that shite around the engine. So this is a view with the sump off. 21,000 miles recorded. There's a little bit of condensation rust mark on one of the conrods. It hasn't been used for 10 years. But it looks okay. The bores look alright. Cam looks okay. Not too much sludge. So oil pickup is okay. Sump back on and fresh oil. And see what happens. So here's the 10 horsepower side valve engine. Taking the plugs out. And as you can see, the plug gap on a couple of them is a bit odd. So we'll sort that out after. And there's one single SU carb. And there's even a little tap on the oil feed there to turn the oil pressure gauge on and off. And that's the oil pump. So we'll see. The fuel pump there, that'll probably need a kick in to get it to start working. So there's the copper mesh screen back on the sump with all the bolts done up. And time for the sump to go back on the bottom of the engine. Up under there. So a nice 3-bearing crank. Well, our sump's on. And we're getting the petrol pump to do something. Because it's can be converted to electric pump. And it hasn't been used for years and years and years. And the connections are nice and dirty. And he's just dropped them down on the floor. So we pick them up and put them back on. Right, checking again now to see if there's power going through it. Which it appears to be. Yeah? Yeah. Meter's gone flat, has it?
No, that's right.
Yeah, pass here, I'll hold it on the earth.
Yeah. No, it's not working there, see.
We should have done it
yeah,
in the end.
Yeah, it's sorted. We've got a current there now. So
you didn't have it before.
Let's just check that. Going off, on,
right, okay.
off, on. Should
Might
work.
have some luck now. So let's try the ignition on. Yes! Oh, there's fuel going through it. There you are. Good. Fuel pump now back together. Hopefully should work. Ah, it won't work now because it's full of petrol. Ah, it doesn't work like that. It's an SU carb. It won't work like that. And now we're going to have a go at the tappet clearances, just to make sure. Because you're supposed to have low compression this engine. Well, the bores look alright. So we'll check the tappets first. And if that's not, it's off with the head and check the valves. So, take this cover off the side of the engine and then struggle in the air. So we've had to take the air filter hosing off to... I wouldn't worry about that, it's not going to fall out. Oh, careful, careful, you bend the needle. Just got to lift it straight up. Oh, and there's a spring inside there, possibly. Do not bend that. And I could do with a bit of a wipe in there as well. So be very careful you don't bend that needle, right? On this type of SU carb there's a separate remote fuel reservoir. So I've just scraped out that much crap out of the bottom of it. And we're slowly putting the carburetor back to part, so we'll have fuel then as well. So there we are, we've turned the float chamber so it doesn't foul on there. So you can actually get at it without having to take all the carburetor apart. And we've cleaned the crap out of the needle valve assembly there, so that's nice and clear. I'm just putting some fresh petrol in the float chamber to float the float up, so it doesn't all fall apart when you put it together. Far too much. We've got to flush out the any old petrol as well now by pumping anything left out. So back goes on the top of the float. Okay. Yeah. On with the nut. You can see the excess petrol dripping out of the mouth of the right. So now we're going to flush the petrol out. Yeah, turn the ignition on. So it's completely empty, which that now is. Okay. As it was last on the road in 1998, that's probably pretty ancient. I've put the rocker cover back on, or the side valve cover I suppose, because the first tappet clearance was loose, the second one's a bit tight, but there's a notch. There, is it? Yeah. But the adjusters are mega tight, so I'm going to have to take the followers out when we get the decoke and do it. We just want to try and get it to run. So just put the carburetor back on, filling it up with bicycle oil as it says on the top. And we'll go on to the ignition system then. The other side of the engine. As you can see, you can't open the bonnet both sides. So in goes hopefully the fresh petrol. There's only half a gallon in the tank, so that might not be enough for it to suck it up. Not much sign of anything yet. I think you want to get another gallon of petrol. So now we put the fresh engine oil in. If I can pour it in left-handed. Hope it's all not going on the floor. Right, we're on the other side of the engine now, seeing if we got a spark. So off with the rotor cap. Doesn't look too bad in there. So we'll see if we have any life at all and give the connections a clean. So I'm just cleaning the coil connections. I don't know if you can see, but that looks rather corroded and dirty, and get a bit of spark with that clean. Another little problem, the other end of the coil connection onto the distributor wasn't even soldered, wasn't even crimped properly, and the connection is filthy. And they wondered why they closed the spark plug caps up to get it to fire. Oh well, give that a clean and resolder that and it'll be a lot better. So now it's onto the plug leads and the distributor cap, which is a bit dirty, so we'll give that a good scrub and get it so there's no possibility of arcing. So there are the little copper washers that go on the end of the plug leads before and after cleaning, so that's made a hell of a difference, I should think. So hopefully we're on the homeward stretch. Coil connections have been cleaned, resoldered this wire which was split off, connections on the distributor have been cleaned. Let's put that on there with a washer. We can perhaps try for a spark. Ah, we got a spark. Excellent. Distributor caps on, connecting the centre coil. And we've got a spark. Plug leads are now on top of the engine, so it plugs back in and see if we can get some petrol through and see if it'll fire up. Right, try it again. Oh, you can hear the sparks and you can see them. Oh, that's good. Okay. So let's see how much of the fresh oil is in there. Just above normal. So we've got oil, spark, fuel, plugs back in, and give it a go. We've tried cranking it over with a handle and got 30 psi in the oil pressure, so it needs a bit of water as well.